Hello everyone, this is Dr. Kamal, and today we will be go for the unit test again as an assignment given by government for 12th commerce, and the subject is organizational of commerce code 046. We had already did in Gujarati medium, now it's a turn to English medium. So there are different sections as the same as Gujarati have. So I think lots of people have already clear about their questions. So section A, from 1 to 5 are multiple choice questions, and we have a 4 option A, B, C and D. Among them we need to choose one right answer. So the question 1 is, art of getting work done from others is known as. So the options are planning, management, directing and coordination, and the right answer is management, because as per the definition itself, art of getting work done from the others is known as management. So the right answer is option B, management. Question number 2. What is the other name for bottom level management? Option A, functional level. Option B, workers level. Option C, policy making level. And option D, officers level. And the right answer is functional level, which is also known as bottom level. Question 3. Who is promoter of scientific management? And again we have 4 options. First is Luther Gulick, B, Frederick Taylor, C, Henry Fayol, and D, Peter F. Drucker. And again the right answer is Frederick Taylor, option B. Question number 4. Who said that you save your employees will save yours everything? And again the answer is F.W. Taylor, option A. Question 5. If employees does not get appropriate compensation, then what rises? Absolutely. Again we have 4 options. A, labor turnover. B, promotion of labor. 3, absences of labor. And D, declining of labor. It is very much a human nature. If he or she is not satisfied with the compensation, then automatically they drive for such place where they had a good compensation. So automatically the turnover will get high. So option A, labor turnover, is right answer. Now section B. We'll move straight away for section B. And section B consists 6 to 10. And we need to answer in one sentence each. The question number 6, very first questions of this section B. Which level of management does the function of machinery layout and repairing? So as per the triangle, we had already seen that 3 levels of management are there: top level, middle level and bottom level. So the functions of machinery layout and repairing is done at bottom level or functional level. Question number 7. Full form of IIM. It is very much clear that it is Indian Institute of Management, which imparts management education in Pan India, and the graduates from IIM or postgraduates for IIM work at world level in different grade capacities. Question number next 8. What is principle of management? Principle. So it is very much clear that in the business or units we need to create some rules, regulations, principles to form in relations of human behavior to achieve the goals. And it is very it becomes so easy to complete any process with some rules, regulations, or we can say one policy. So the principles of management is nothing but a combinations of good rules and regulations for completions of a work in a easy way to achieve the targeted goal. Question 9. What is unity of command? Employees cannot follow orders from more than one supervisor. Hence, the principle shows that employees should get order from only one supervisor for any job or activity. It means that employees should be responsible to only one superior for a particular job or department. Due to this principle, confusion never arises amongst employees in regards to order. If more than one orders are given that create confusion among employees, and industrial disciplines cannot be maintained due to that. And even I may add that disputes even arises if unity of command is not maintained in the particular organization, because one employee must be liable to one superior, otherwise there will be lots of issues, and we may say that many times communication gap supposed to be arised again. Question number 10. In modern thoughts, what other subjects are related with management? So I may say in single line that apart from a particular line of management, psychology, social studies, statistics, mathematics, computer information technology, and every subjects of market domain, every subjects of business domain where peoples are associated, where peoples are working, they are very much associated with the term of management. Question or section C, 11 and 12th, and it carries 2 marks, so we need to answer accordingly. So how does management benefits the society at large? How management helps the society? I think the question want to ask in that way. So management principles are main part of management thoughts. Only by using the management principle, task of training, education and development is possible. Like now aptitude tests are taken from appointments in various business units. Means at a large, management help every aspects of business in one or another way. What is scientific management? Yeah, that is very important. What is scientific management? Scientific management is a mental revolution on the part of particular unit of employees in a factory. It's a totally mental revolution towards their task, duties, colleagues and honors. Yeah, I think in simple way, knowing exactly what you want your man to do and then see to it that they do in the best and the cheapest way. That is what a scientific management given by Taylor. Now section D. Again we have 2 questions. Overall there are 3 questions, and among 13 is compulsory and 14 have options, means 14 options, 14. We need to answer 1 questions among them, and it carries 3 marks. So accordingly we need to answer. Explain functions performed by top level management. Any 6 particular point we need to elaborate. So the first function is to lay down primary and subsidiary objective of business. It may related with the goal itself. I may say that the primary and subsidiary objectives are directly or indirectly related with the goals itself. The second one, directors act as a trustees of business enterprises. Yes, and in real terms, as per the norms of Companies Act or Trust Act or government norms, top level management generally work as a trustee itself to select chief executive officer, CEO, and the higher officers to assign them authority and responsibility. Next, to sanction the budget prepared by different department, to abide by law and take care of interests of different stakeholder of the business. It is very mandatory part that we need to take care every single interest of a stakeholders who are directly or indirectly part and parcel of a particular business. Next, to take strategic decision by making long-term plan. It is very much essential that the top level management must have a vision for particular areas, means it's maybe for 2 year, 5 year or 10 year at least, to analyze and resolve complex problems of management as per legal provisions. So we may say that the top level must be sound in legal education or legal knowledge too. To plan for enterprises, its implementation and supervise it. To do the functionals like distributions of profit, dividend, reserve fund, reinvestment of profit, etc. To analyze reports of different activities and to give instructions accordingly. So this is what a different 10 functions which is performed by top level management. We need to answer any 6. Question number next, 14th. Discuss about importance of the principles of management. That what is the importance of principles of management? It provides a vision, I already told. It provides visions to managerial behavior and highly affects the management works. Managers are using it for achievement of goals. These principles direct the managers for decision making. Thus, principles of management play a key role for a unit. Its importance can be described as follows. First, increase in managerial efficiency. Yes, if a particular persons have a good capacity to work in a management team, then 100% principle of management is providing guidelines to managers to perform tasks in different situations. Whatsoever the situation is, one can fulfill his or her goal in that situations too. That is a particular task of a vibrant manager itself. Maximum usage of effective administration of resources. Mostly availability of human and physical resources are limited in a business unit. Yeah. I may say that this second number of point, it may elaborate a number of another aspects to that. Always, more or less, every institutes have a limitations of humans and physical resources everywhere, whatsoever the size of business unit is there. But at a one level, they always accept that yes, humans and physical resources are limited in any option or in any way. So this management's help that in that situations too, how to control that unavoidable situation and complete their task. Helpful for scientific and logical decisions. It is very much clear in earlier questions we already discussed about scientific and logical decisions. To cope up with the changing business environment. Yeah, the business environment is constant changing. Day by day competitions is cutthroat in all aspects, and the environment get changed by different expectations of peoples. So it gives management gives strength to particular management peoples to cope up with the changing environment, to fulfill social responsibility. Yeah, it is very important as a part of society, because without society no business can sustain. If society is there, then one can only make a business his or her. So it is a responsibility of business too, that we need to work for society too, in any of way or any of the aspects. Useful for research, training and development too at a large level. Now the option questions. Discuss about Peter F. Drucker contribution in management field. So Peter F. Drucker is a well-known managerial leader who also a famous writer, philosopher and an educator. There was a change in global business arrangement due to globalization. Need of development of new methods of management was arisen. Peter F. Drucker favored for more importance of human assets in business unit. So the Peter F. Drucker is a person who shows that humans are asset for business unit. The contribution management by objective MBO, the principles of MBO and the principles of self-regulations are about management by objective. He says that there should be uniformity and aim of employees and managers for achieving of aim. Particularly, management by objective is too much effective for different business formatted units. Their contribution lies in human resource management, marketing management and stress management. Hence, Peter F. Drucker is called father of modern management. So, many times some theories reflect lots of inputs about management too. Now section E, and question number 15, 5 marks, and I think it is in assignment terms it is a big question, so we need to answer accordingly. Define management and explain its characteristics. And the option question again 15. Define marketing management and explain its functions. Question number 15. Define management and explain its characteristics. Meaning of management. Man is a social animal. He lives in groups. He receives cooperation of others to achieve the objective. To know the concept of management, it becomes necessary to understand the meaning of management. Many writers have explained the meaning of management from their own viewpoints. So particularly if nature is concerned, management is a universal process. Management is everywhere. Management requires where people are working in a group for accomplishment of an objective. And it is very common that if people are there, if they are working together, means there is something goal. If they are working there, means organization is there. If they are working, then there must be some system. If they are working, then there are top level, there are middle level, or there are bottom level. So it is everywhere, universal. If peoples are there, then automatically management comes into matter. It must be goal oriented. And yes, true, management is a tool, not the attainment. Every business unit is established to achieve certain objectives. Without objective, I think no organization in the universe can sustain. It is a group activity, 100%. It is continuous very much. Human process, humans are integral part of management system. Decisions process, because peoples are there, they need to take some decisions for achieve their particular target, to implement some decisions, to implement the policy. It's a science, art and profession. So management is science. Management has its own rules and principles. Hence many writers considers management as a science. Man is an important factor of management, therefore getting work done from him requires proficiency, intelligence, cleverness and insights. It is known as art of getting the work done. Management of a modern business unit is handed over to trained and experts peoples like lawyers, doctors, chartered accountants. So it is a professional too. Now the last question, option, define marketing management and explain its functions. So what is marketing management? We need to understand first and foremost. So in a broad sense, marketing management is the activity of providing goods and services from producers to customers. Yes, 100%. Because from raw material, the product converted into goods, and in final goods, it is a process. From farmers to a producers, from producers to a retailer, and to retailer to a consumer. It has a particular process, and it's a part of process, and the process called marketing. All right. So marketing management includes exchange of goods with money, as well as market research, distributive methods, sales, promotion, storage, insurance, etc. What are the functions? First functions, product or product mix. The decision regarding development of new products or existing products include appearance, color, size, shape, weight, print, packaging, guarantee of work, after sales services, variety of products, etc. Price. In modern times, a customer expects availability of better quality of goods at a reasonable rate. Yes, it is very much essential in this competition era. If price is reasonable and the product quality is best, then 110% one business can run efficiently in the market. The price decision includes sales policy, credit policy, policy regarding discount, wholesale or retail sales also. Now third one is the distribution. Distribution mix include decisions regarding various ways of selling, like direct selling through the wholesale retailer agent, as well as problems related to transportation, etc. I wish to include something in distribution, that nowadays online selling day by day, it increase. Every retailer, whomsoever the retailer is there are resellings. The online reselling groups are there. Number of peoples, I may say that thousands of lakhs of peoples are earned through online distribution system. So it is also a new inputs in distribution methodology. Next is promotion. Promotion aims at remarkable increase in sale. It includes the matter like advertisement, publicity, selling through salesmen. Means attract customer in or out anyway. Through promotion mix, it is expensive, it lead increase in sales, which results in higher profitability too. So I think this is what your assignment for unit number one as organizational of commerce is concerned. As time are not permitting to go in detail, but if we hadn't time, then we'll go again for unit number 1 in details. But I think as assignment is concerned, this is very sufficient for you people. Please more and more this video must be reached to the student of 12th particularly, so it will be more easy for them to write their assignment. With that, thanks a lot for watching this video. Thank you.